Luke, I'm your father. Or actually it's, no. Hold on. No, I am your father. Oh, I got lipstick on it. Actually, the other night I got dry shampoo, tinted dry shampoo all over it. A little tasty. Welcome back, everybody. Why did I do my makeup for this video? Not really sure. I just want to look good. I'm embarrassing myself. So, most of you probably don't know, but I was hoping to get a Cpap machine to help me with my bedwetting problems at night. I finally got it. It's very, very small. It is called a Dream Station, and I'll give you a little tour of it in a bit. But first, I'd like to talk about why I wanted to get a Cpap machine. So if you wet the bed at night, doctors will sometimes ask you if you have any apnea or just obstructed apnea at night, which is the act of not breathing. Obstructed sleep apnea, I think everyone has it to a degree. There's a realm of normal where it's up to about 10 or less, I guess, times in an hour you might stop breathing for a period of time. And so what my doctor and the lady who doles out the Cpap machines, what she said was, when you stop breathing in your sleep, you kind of go into like a fight or flight mode. So other parts of your body are kind of like hyper engaged. So like you'll start producing more urine, for example. And if you don't wake up to go to the bathroom, then obviously you wet the bed. But I don't really know why I wet the bed. I just know that I have a very, very, very minor, like just the teensy tiniest bit of obstructed sleep apnea, which I don't know if that comes as a shock to some people, but like because I'm overweight, some people just think that obviously she snores. Or not even snoring has to do with sleep apnea, but like obviously she has some sort of sleep problems. But no, like it's just so very minimal. Like that's what my sleep study said. Like I think at the time they said that obstructed sleep apnea normality is 5 to 7 times an hour. Mine's like 7 to 10. So like I'm still in the realm of normal, but I guess maybe it just affects me more. There was this Reddit post on the adult bedwetting Reddit page, subreddit, about 3 or 4 months ago. It was a father talking about his son and how he had bedwetting issues for his whole life, and then he went to go see a cardiopulmonary doctor for a sleep study, and they found that the Cpap machine was like an instant cure. And then this guy on the Reddit page was just like, just trying to like explain his son's life troubles, and like it's been 10 years or so or something like that, 20 years, and it's just been like a really good solution for him, and just urges anyone who hasn't gone to see a doctor for this to do so. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like I keep meaning to go back. It was 3 years ago that I had my sleep study. Point is that I knew then that I had a minor sleep apnea. So I could have, but I didn't have insurance. I could have gotten a Cpap machine back then, but I didn't have the money to go towards it. So like most everything is free in Canada for health insurance or health coverage. However, the other needs are not. So like it's still expensive to get things. Like for instance, I believe that this machine that I'm borrowing or renting, you get to the free month trial. I believe it's like $1,000 just to like buy and take it home for the rest of your life kind of thing. And then there's bits and pieces from there. Anyway, long story short, now that I've made it a long story, is that I finally have it, and I wanted to share my first week's results because I don't know if I'm doing it right. I feel like if some of you already have like this machine that you're using, I wanted to know how you guys deal with it because I've run into a few issues. Anyway, my machine is called an APAP machine. So it's called an automatic positive airway pressure. Mine isn't continuous, that's what Cpap stands for. So it's continuous positive airway pressure. Mine's automatic, so it's gonna be on a scale of whatever pressure. And I've tracked every single night that I've had it. I think I've slept with it for a total of like an hour or two each night. So in the meeting, when I first met the lady who sets you up, she like lets you try on a few different masks to see what type you enjoy and fits you best and is most comfortable. The first one I was drawn to was the nose one because it's little and it's not as big as like the mask, And I thought that would be more like dainty or like non-obstructive, like it would just look better, but like who cares, I'm sleeping. But at the time I was just like, yeah, I want to try the nose piece because it just like, it sits in your little nostrils and you just breathe into it and it sits around the back of your head. It's got this like device to attach to the bigger hose. So I tried sleeping with this for the first 2 nights and man, it was uncomfortable. I think like for me, I don't know if this is normal, but like the nose bits like got like narrow. It was like really hard to breathe through, like just the narrow parts, even though they sit in your nose. And the whole point of it is that you can breathe. So I found like I was just like not breathing through my mouth, but just like, man, it's so uncomfortable. I think one time I woke up with it on my forehead. So I wanted the little one to work, but now it's not working. So she gave me a second mask to try on. All right, so here goes night 1 with the new APAP machine or Cpap machine. And there's the fun little mask that I chose. She gave me another one, but I'm just gonna do this one because it seems the most like me to use, I guess. I'll probably end up using the smaller version of the mask. So I'll update y'all in the morning. The noise you can hear right now is the fan. I have a fan on every night all night. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Not excited to feel like kind of like suction cup to my face, but hopefully I can sleep through it and it'll be comfortable and all that. Okay, so it is night number 2. Last night didn't go so great. I kept waking up or barely falling asleep and then like kind of jolting awake again, and I don't think it was because of the machine. However, it wasn't a very good sleep anyway. It might have been because of the machine. I ended up waking up at like 5:30 or earlier on, I think, and just like having it like right up here, like on my forehead with it off. So I think I like turned it off while I was sleeping because I couldn't breathe through it because it was like it was like plugging my nose as opposed to like sitting in there properly. When I synced my Fitbit this morning, I had like a terrible sleep, but I woke up at 5:30 and just took it off, and I was like, all right, gonna take it off, gonna try and sleep, and then I slept fine. So it must have been the mask that was making me wake up periodically and then, or like not fall asleep completely and then jolt awake again. So I'm gonna try it again. I still have another mask I can try if I need to. I put water into, oh yeah, that was another thing. Last night it was like really dry, and so this time I put the distilled water in it, and yeah, we'll give it another try a low humidity thing, and we'll see how this goes. So the second mask is the Darth Vader mask, I will call it, because it sits around your entire face. Or your entire face, your entire nose and mouth. Honestly, it's like way more comfortable. It doesn't look comfortable, but it is. And it just is so much easier to breathe in, and I could sit it higher up on my nose, and like, I don't know about you, but like sometimes if you just gently like push down the top of your nose, like you can just breathe better. And with those like breathe right strips, even though they like maybe open up your nasal passages more, they don't fix the issue of what like your airways and your like if you have actual sleep apnea. It might help with like general snoring, but snoring and sleep apnea are not the same thing. I eventually caved and put this mask on because I really wanted to try it out and I really wanted this thing to work. I just think that I can't keep it on my face. I'm struggling to sleep through the entire night, or even like 3 hours with it on my face. I'm not sleeping well with this thing. Last night I only kept it on for 1 hour. The nose piece just isn't working out for me. I'm gonna try this one tonight. It's like the full piece, like goes over the mouth and the nose. But I hope this will work. I couldn't keep the other one on the entire night. I woke up, however, with less of a wet diaper, so I don't know. I'm hoping to keep it on all night. I don't know. I feel like the other one just like plugs my nose and like I can't breathe. Anyways, we'll see. I'm tired. Let's go to bed. Anyways, a max amount of time I've had it on my face at night is like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And this morning, I woke up with it off. No, I woke up at 3:15 because I checked my watch. I actually went to bed really early last night. I went to bed at like 11:30. That's really early. I woke up with like, no, it was at 10:30. Anyways, I woke up with it off, like on my pillow, I think. Like completely off, and it wasn't like running air. I think it recognizes when it's not, like the pressure isn't sensing that there's something in front of it. So I think it just turns off. I thought I was turning it off in the middle of the night, but I guess it turns off on its own. I don't know. I haven't actually like read up about it at all. I'm just complaining. But I did try every single night to keep it on my face. For some nights when I had to wake up early for work, I just took it off. Like I was just like, I cannot fall asleep. I know there's gonna be an adjustment period, but the first night, the first 4 or 5 nights were really, really hard to sleep. So last night I kept the mask on for about, I think 2 hours. I just find that it is constantly waking me up before I fall asleep, and it's really annoying. Again, I'm gonna keep trying it until I can fall asleep the whole night with it on, but it's like, it just must be a huge adjustment. I just don't think I'm doing it right or something. But the full like mouth and nose mask is better than the just the nose one for now, until I see her again, the lady who does this thing. So yeah, we'll see how tonight goes. I am wetting less, so that's good. Like significantly lighter. Even just the first few hours of like wearing it at night, so we'll see. And then I finally was just like got into this mode where like I finally fell asleep with it on, and I was just like, man, I can do this. And then I'd wake up and it was off my face again. But at the same time, I can't like have it super like tight against my skull. Like it hurts and is uncomfortable. So I'd say I have it fairly loose, which is what the lady said not to do. So that's probably why it's falling off. So yeah, I'm just struggling to figure out how to make this work. The only thing that is making me want to keep doing it is that a few of the nights, out of the 7 nights this week, like 2 or 3 of them, I woke up with a lighter like wetness to the diaper. Like I felt like there was just much less in there than there would be on a typical night. So if it's helping, then it's helping my the fight or flight mechanism, I guess, then, so I'm not producing as much urine. So I think it's positive. I'm just not able to keep it on, and that's why I'm filming this now instead of like a month later to see how the results are, is because I want to see what you guys think and how you guys deal with it, because I'm sure there's got to be someone out there who's also doing the same thing. Really quick, I almost forgot to do an update before I go to sleep. I don't even know what night today. I think today's the 5th night. I'm not sure anymore. Last night I sort of almost slept with it on, as usual. Sounds like and then I took it off like a couple hours in again. I think it was like, because I had to go to sleep. Like I can't just stay up all night with it awake with it on my face. So, like, and I had to get up early because I worked really early. So I finally took it off, I think at like 3 a.m. and it took me a long time. So I think it kept on for 2.5 hours or something. Because unfortunately I went to bed super late. I had to get up at like 7:30. And so like at 3:30 in the morning or something, I was just like awake taking this off my face. I don't have to get up as super early tomorrow, or today anymore, but I still have to get up at like 8:30. So I'm gonna try and sleep with it on. I'm finding like now I'm just like having oh, my nails. I'm finding it difficult to keep it comfortable on my nose or around my nose, and it's just putting so much pressure. Anyways, I found a good spot like halfway through the night, or sorry, halfway through like trying to keep it on, or 3/4 to when I took it off, where it wasn't like pulling it against my face. So I don't know, I think I kept it on that adjustment. Anyways, I gotta go. It's already been 3 minutes since I've recorded this, but I will see you tomorrow. So this is gonna be the 6th night of Cpap. Last night I actually kept it on my face for like part of the night. I used it like actually first time I fell asleep. So night 5 I went to sleep with it on my face. Hoping the same thing will happen tonight, because I'm tired. And I think I finally got like a tightness around my face. Good. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed now. Bye!
So last night, I woke up with all the pieces completely off my head and on the floor, and they looked like this. So I guess I just ripped it off my head. And I remember struggling with this piece, but I didn't know the tube had come off of it as well, which makes, I guess, sense. But yeah, I just woke up with it on the floor completely unassembled, but I did fall asleep with it on, that I remember. I just don't think it was for as long as the night before that. But, yeah, we're just gonna keep giving it another shot. My pajamas, do match my bedding. That was not planned. I just really like hot pink. So, we're gonna go from there. So as you can see, I'm wearing it right now, and it is the 6th night? 7th night. 7th night. 8th night? But last night, I had to wake up early for work. Boy, it's not easy to talk at this. Anyway, I had to wake up early for work. So I ended up trying to sleep with it on, but I ended up taking it off so I could sleep because it was stopping me from sleeping comfortably. Right now it's not really comfortable to talk, so I'm gonna stop this video now. Bye! Alright, so here it is. So this is as big as it is. It's not a very big unit, which is kind of nice. So essentially you just push the button and it just turns on. So there's the settings it's at. And so the air is coming through there and going into the face mask. And then when you have something, well, if the face is in it, I'll cover it, it's gonna like pressurize it. I've never actually stared at the screen to see how the pressure works, but I just know that it goes between 5 and 15 or something, so I think 5 is the lowest that she gave me the setting for. And obviously, like, you can see that the heating thing is not on, but the water is, or the humidity, that's what it is. And then, so I'm just gonna turn it off. So it goes back to the normal screen. And then 2.2 hours is the 3-month summary, if you will. So let's click it and then click on the info. So there's my results. 1 day is 2.3 hours, 7 day 1.6, and then, well, almost the same thing for 30 days, I guess, because we only had it for 7 or 8 days. 90% pressure. I have no idea what that means. 3-night summary, same thing, 2.2 hour average. Can't really touch anything else on here, but she did say that it gives, like, it just uses the cell phone towers to, like, send my results or whatever back to their little station or their hub. And in here you can see the water. This is really difficult to do with one hand. Very humid looking. There's that heating plate, so you can just lift this out and clean it, and then also refill it with more water. I don't want the heating plate on, so we're just gonna put that back in there, pretend it doesn't exist. Is this how you do it? There we go. But yeah, that's the machine. It's very tiny. There's my alcohol, you know, gotta get that good elks. And then I sleep here, and then I just like smash the button until I want to turn it off in the middle of the night, which is very handy. And then there's the mask. Like I said earlier, it really needs to be cleaned, I think, because she said to clean it 2 to 3 times a week. Don't tell her I haven't cleaned it at all. So yeah, that's my life story so far. That's my life to date. If it doesn't turn out, like, if I can't keep it on my face, I'm not gonna, like, probably fork out the extra few bucks in the insurance money just to get one. Unless it really helps and you guys can help me find a way to keep it on my face for the whole night, then that would be lovely, but I don't know what to do. It's really bothersome because I want it to work, but I also don't, because, like, why would I want to wear this for the rest of my life? Like, when I want a good night's sleep, I take it off and I sleep so much better. So I find that when it's on and I'm just about to fall into sleep, just like little, like, I'm almost asleep, so close, and then it wakes me up. Because it's like, because I guess when I start to fall asleep, that's like the prime time for, like, sleep apnea. And then it wakes me up because it's like, I guess I just, like, stop breathing for like half a second. I don't know. I've tested it to see if it'll, like, force the pressure of the air into my mouth or something, or my nose, and it doesn't. So I don't know why all of a sudden, like, when I just start to fall asleep, it's just like, like, hits me in the face with pressure, or at least that's how it feels. And, like, I wake up again, I'm just like, God damn it.
that was like the first 2 nights I found, and like throughout the whole time I just found like anytime I start to like just so close to sleeping, so like, oh, REM sleep, I can see it, I can see the light sleep and the REM sleep, and it just I did track my sleeping with my Fitbit, my handy dandy Fitbit, and it didn't look much different. So it's because like it wasn't on the entire night, so I'll like put up an example or something of like what the sleeping patterns looked like. I did a weight loss clinic a couple years ago, and I learned so much about nutrition and everything. Like, it was such a good thing to do, and I lost a bit of weight. The lady there who was I think she was the nutritionist or the kinesiologist, one of the two, I can't remember what she did. I showed her on my phone what my actual sleeping patterns looked like, and she was just like, do you have sleep apnea? And I only found out a year or two before that I had like minor sleep apnea. I was like, yeah, it's minor. And she's like, that's why your sleeping pattern looks like this. And I was like, cool. And she was like trying to like say this because I was overweight and stuff like that. I was like, no, girl, I just went to bed. I didn't say that in front of the whole class though, because I was still embarrassed of it. But anyways, that's all I have for this video. If you guys would like to tell me how you handle your machines, if you have one, that'd be lovely. I'd like to know how to sleep through the entire night with it before returning it after a month, because I'd like to see if it works. And yeah, your input is appreciated. You guys are great. Please subscribe and like this video and all that fun stuff if you want. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Bye! Man, you can really see where I colored my hair. It's really bad. My hair is really poofy today. This is what happens when I shower in the morning. My best friend has always said to me that I've always wanted to be Beyonce, and it's very true. I just wish I had really big hair. Like, it's not big, it's poofy. It's thin, and it's poofy and curly. But man, look at that color contrast. Wow!